Good morning, everybody. Uh, wow, I wasn't going to make a video probably today. I wasn't even going to fool with it, but really, unless it was just something came up. Lo and behold, she wants attention. All right, I'm fixing to give this woman some attention. So, and then for anybody else, I'm going to let you know why I wrote this in caps. Okay, because I want you to hear me good, and I'll let my wife get on here, and whatever she wants to say, she can say too. But okay, first off, number one, I did not say, nor did my wife say, that this offer was for everybody. I didn't ever say that. As a matter of fact, I said it only takes one person, one lady who just might take us up on this offer. Like I said, I just got through calling a Rachel Brenda. And by the way, she didn't even look like she had nothing on her profile, by the way. Just some random bitch out there that we didn't even have on our list. And she's sitting out there saying, well, nobody's interested in your offer. We didn't say they was. But I said, hey, if y'all can get on there and hoe around and you all can ask for money and cards and the majority of you get on there and do that. There's people who use it to sell stuff. There's people who use it to get help for funds for maybe their medical needs. There's people out there for everything. There's people out there for friends. There's people that go on there and make one for family or whatever. Like I said, social media is what you make it. You may not like the way I look, the way I dress. You may not like the way my wife looks or dresses. You may not like anything about it. But about me or my wife. But look, we didn't call and text nobody's number off there. And, we would respect you better if you did not waste my time, my wife's time, or anybody else. If you don't like something, just overlook it, okay? Overlook it. Just pass go, like it says in Monopoly, pass go. Okay. Me and my wife have got a hard enough time as it is. And I don't need, and nor does my wife need, anybody being rude for no reason. Maybe this will teach you. Quit putting your number out there. We put our number out there on our profile just so in case somebody liked what we were doing and was on there for. Like I said, I made a chat room. It's called 18 to 40, a single 18 to 40 ladies only group or whatever. I said, hey, if we find a unicorn bestie, then maybe some of them others, we can just go on there and be friends with them or something if we choose to keep our thing up. Or maybe they can be text buddies or something or whoever, whatever it winds up being. Sound like you got a lot of these jealous people out there that's, again, like I said in the video before, you got a lot of people that are going to be jealous. Black, white, purple, whatever color you are. But like I said, I just pulled a lady up and she only had a picture. She was pretty well black. And like I said, Rachel Brenda, mind your own business. I blocked you. I'm not going to sit there and report somebody and be a tattletale when I can simply block you or anyone else for that matter. We've got a person right now we're talking to for right now and seeing how things play out. She's in our group, Jessica Allen, and right now she's the one we're talking to. She's the only thing that matters. And, we're still keeping other options open in case, for, maybe some friend, for a couple other friends or something. Or if, Jessica Allen's thing may or may not work out. Like I said, I don't know. We just started talking. But she likes what she hears so far, and she comments on our stuff in our group. She's part of our group. So again, I'm not promising anybody nothing. But if she treats us nice, so we're gonna treat her nice. And so again, I keep all options open. I didn't say this was for anybody. I've said it many times. My wife said it. This offer is an offer that not just anybody would take. It's not something that most people, hardly any, would consider unless you didn't have a mom or dad or something stuck up your ass, like a bunch of friends and a bunch of girls hanging around you in a probably more like a drug crowd or a beer crowd or smoke crowd, which neither my wife or I do. We don't hang around those kind of crowds that go out there and waste our money on stuff like that. We're open-minded people. We mean well. We mean good. I'll tell you this right now while I'm on here. I don't want 5,000 friends on our page. It's hard enough to get one person to get off there and talk, much less to use their web camera. So, I'm telling you, as it is right now, it's not hurting me none, or my wife any. She will come and tell me what you do, and she will be up front with me. I had her show me where that person texted her out of the blue like that. I will call you up. I will handle you like I handle everybody else. And I'll make sure that
Boy, knocked me down. I fell on this of my hip. She keeps knocking me in the arm. She knocked me down and it hurts. She growls when she knocks me over.
Oh! Well,
that was cool.
Well,
that was awesome.
I wasn't meaning that.
That was awesome.
It went over there, didn't it?
They wasn't at home. That was a good shot. That's a 3-pointer count.
Yeah.
That was a 3-pointer.
You just put this on our bill. It's only $20. It's only $20.
Honey, I have to have 21 on change.
Oh, you don't have change?
No.
Well, just
I'm gonna go to the thrift store.
Well, don't blow it off the thrift store.
We've already gone grocery shopping. What else do you want?
Uh-huh.
What else do you want?
Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh no, that didn't even have it. I'll get it. Just trying to have fun. But anyway, this right here is what we're talking about, our payee right here. I'm not going to put it up too close to the camera, but that's our weekly little bit of money. Now we get a little bit. But anyway, what I was talking about. Me and my wife is disabled or handicapped, but we can get out there and walk and do all kinds of things. We like to have fun. We like to treat people with respect. I got through talking about it this morning. As a matter of fact, I'm glad that did that because I can put this on there as I've not had before, but I will again. And remind everybody, it's not about what y'all want us to do. If we're not on your page, bossing you around, telling you should get off Facebook because you may be on there for some other reason other than what we're on there for, if we're not doing that to you, you need to show us respect.
What do you want in the store?
I was kind of craving some of them gummies you normally get me sometimes.
Hmm.
I ain't had that candy in a while.
Mm.
Signing my signature. There we go. There you go, huh?
Can you please smack her with a broom? She's been
Why?
aggravating me.
There's Banker Bite.
Yeah, she's knocking me down. The plate.
But,
I have to move the plate.
Oh, well.
I have to move
Um,
the plate.
But, no, my wife, she's fixing to go out and run an errand and do a few things. It ain't much, so I'm going to wait till the beginning of next month to start on her bill and get that called up. But anyway, so I'm guessing that's all my money because normally it's 25, so that's it. But anyway, she just wants everybody, and I do too. I want everybody to just
Can I get a dollar or something and then get you whatever?
well, just whatever you want to. It's not much money, okay?
Mm.
I've got enough to eat.
Mm.
Kill a dead man up here.
Okay.
I think we'll be just fine.
I love you.
Have you got your phone with you?
Yeah, I got it right here, baby.
Okay. But no, I'm just gonna bottom line it like this, and I'm gonna tell. Hang on. I don't know what that was. But anyway, I want to kind of come out and let everybody know, and I'm making this video one last time. I'm just giving you a heads up warning. If you don't fit for what we're hoping for, hoping for / looking for, if it happens to come, okay. If it don't, it don't. But you know what? I would rather at least talk to somebody in a nice way and be nice to somebody for once. My wife would do the same. But one of these days, y'all may wind up in a pickle, and you may see some of us come out there and try to help you, and then you're gonna feel bad for making these stupid remarks that you're making out there on social media land. Because, like I said, just because you ain't handicapped right now, or just because you ain't compromised right now, and you're one of these young ones out there that's not got much of a life, apparently. Because if you're rude, you're not gonna have much of a life today. You know, I'm still raised up to be me. All I get done is usually being rude because the other people are rude and try to force stuff on me and my wife a lot of times. You know, like we said, we just got through having, last year we had one that was coming in here telling us how to do this, what to do, and about all her stuff she already had going on. I said, well, if I knew you had all that, I just simply wouldn't food with you. I wouldn't have food with it. You know, my wife didn't know all that stuff at the time. But anyway, we're asking nicely. If you will respect us, and like I said, this may not reach everybody out there, but that's what I'm saying. I respect you. If I've never seen you and I've never heard of you and I don't know what your number is, if you don't want it out there and you don't want it exposed, don't call us. Ours is out there because we want to be as truthful as possible to people so they know we are who we are. That's another reason we choose to make videos. I usually use my YouTube because it is easier for me to do. I know how to work it, plus it usually don't cut in and out on me and my wife. So we share a Facebook, and we'll let you know which one's typing. She'll put it's her, or I'll put, if it's me, I'll type, my name or whoever. It's either gonna be me or her. It ain't gonna be anybody else. I'm Derek. She's Jessica. It's under her name. Like I said, a lot of this, even this thing here, it's under my name with one of my old pictures. So, yeah, if we look different, it's because our pictures are old ones that we had somebody put up, but we don't have that person any longer to put up newer pictures of us. So, what you see is what you get as far as that goes. But we come out and make a video and update everything. Like I said, if there's a lady out there that don't have much, that's in their 20s and 30s, slim to an average body type, somewhere in there, any color, or better terminology, any race. We don't care about what religion you are. We'll compromise where we need to there. Everybody's different there. Politics, we don't really fool with that. Like I said, we're not no party animals. If you drink a little bit or smoke just every now and again, it's okay. But if you don't, that's even better. Like I said, we don't drive. We either walk or take SEPRA, our local bus. But just so everybody don't think I'm lying, I wanted to kind of put this out there so everybody knows that we're telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not good for people. I see people all the time just barely put anything on there, barely does anything. Like I said, and this one was an example. I reckon she didn't like getting a phone call from me. She didn't even answer, but if she did, I'd have had a lot more fun with it. Because again, if nobody takes their stuff serious, we'd all be in trouble. I'm not saying 99% of you will. I don't know you. If I've never met you, I can't trust you to be around me and accept me for who I am. So again, it just depends on the person and whether or not they're capable of making this thing happen. But if not, we're okay. We're not gonna kill over just because this doesn't happen. It was an idea from me, and I actually looked this up, what a unicorn bestie is. And I looked it up and I saw some sites, some lesser known sites. I thought, hey, it'd be nice. If we take some of what it's about but put our own thing to it, because it's not all about, just doing the making out stuff or whatever. No. We're looking for basically a person that would like to join us and be a part of us like family. Not just for a one night deal or just some part time thing. No, when we made this deal, and that's why we showed that ring on there. We've showed it on many videos. It's a 10-karat gold ring. Let me go see if I can find it. Hang on. Now, before I show this and let everybody know again, I bought my wife one that's almost similar to this because at the time when I bought her a ring, when I married her, it was a ring from pawn shop. It was still a pretty good ring. It wasn't a complete fake one, but diamonds on it wasn't real. Well, I went over at Walmart, and when we got the stimulus check stuff from the government and from Donald Trump and them, I went out there and my wife and I bought one of these extra special in case somebody out here in our local area of Decatur, Tennessee, or something came out, out of nowhere and needed a place, needed somewhere to go or stay or whatever. But I'm not meaning here, but because we rent, but I'm saying we could all get us a place or whatever and, and do what we have to do. If you got a place and you got the room and all that good stuff, okay, whatever needs to happen. But our main baggage is, like I said, we're handicapped, we're on this side, food stamps, we don't drive, we don't work. I used to work. I had 3 jobs. I've been laid off twice. I had to quit. The last time I was laid off, some problems with the management down here. Over at Hardee's. I used to clean down here at Hardee's. For 5 years, I cleaned the parking lot, did all kinds of stuff inside, swept, changed, cleaned, done the ice machines, filled them up, cleaned the windows, all kinds of stuff. Like I said, me and my wife was talking earlier this morning, and there's a lot of stuff that happens in life that you don't understand. That not even your own family will understand. We mainly did this because of our family. On both ends. They didn't support me and my wife's marriage. They weren't really there for us, hardly. My dad was the most supportive, and understood my wife the best. While everybody else, hang on. Hello. I'm just still on the video. Yeah, all right. Oh, bless your heart. Yeah, but just whatever you feel to do. Yeah, I mean it's not that much money. So we'll get everything. We'll put the biggest part of our, next time we get a check, we'll just go ahead and pretty much pay that thing off, so we don't have to worry about running close. Cause I don't like to let that thing go too close to the 17th, because I'm like, because you never know when you get one of these things. So you're and my stuff together, it's about $65. I bet about 50 of that would get it all done. So that'd still give you something to spend. But because I've got 6 on there showing. So if you had 50 from, by the time you take mine and your check, 50 out of that 65 would get it. I bet. Oh, okay. Love you too, hon. Bye, honey. But no, she was calling through. I was telling her still on video. But anyway, I you know, again, I hope everybody understands. Men and women. Like I said, I used to have guy friends too. I used to all the time I used to have, that was the one flaw that Derek wasn't able to get over the hump. For the longest time, I stayed single for 27 and a half years. And somebody out there might be saying, well, that ain't a long time. Well, to me it was, when you consider that I only had about 20 classmates and picture about 85-90% of them all being guys. For the most part. at up here where I was at in Decatur. Now, at when I lived down there at my mom's, it was a little better, a little bit more, but none of them come up to me. You know, I ain't the ugliest guy, I ain't the prettiest guy by no means. I don't toot my horn. You know, it's like that song by Faith Hill, "Take Me as I Am." You know, if you like what you see, because everybody's different, everybody judges on everything by what you text out there, by what you post out there. I already had it happen this morning. So I'm just going over everything, make sure I cover everything. But me and my wife would have more respect for those that we don't know if you's never bothered us at all. And you mean, yeah, don't tell us you're aggravated. Just skip it. It's not for you. Skip it. Do us a favor. We're not looking. We're not going on there and messaging everybody and friending everybody. I get on there and I look around in the local area too. Some things, and the ones that's married, the women that's married and already got something pretty well going on, or if they're real busy, I can tell by what they put on there. Then okay, but no, I don't appreciate these people doing that, and you're just making your own self look bad when we wasn't doing anything. You know, y'all don't do anything with your video stuff. Y'all don't take this stuff serious. So who are you? Who are any of you to start judging me or my wife? We're not at your door. We're not at your workplace or whatever you're doing during the day. So don't come at us. Like I said, we're trying to be open. We're trying to be honest. We're trying to go back to the old ways of doing things. A lot of people don't want to understand that, but that's how you get somewhere. You have to go back to the old ways of doing things. The new ways of doing things are okay. Some of the new technology is fine, but it's how you use it and what you're using it for. So again, just want to make certain that me and my wife don't ever have to go through this again. I will put this video, I will share this video. If you don't believe me, just try it. I will share this video and make sure you see it. So that I'm treating everybody fair, big, small, skinny, fat, tall, whatever. Whatever color you are, wherever you came from, whatever foxhole you crawled in, I will share this video. If you don't like it, you can block. It's that simple. Because I ain't gonna keep having that happen. We didn't do anything. It's not our fault. But all I'm saying is just do the right thing. Make it easy. If you're not interested, which 99.9% of you won't be. But you know what? We might get a friend or two. We might get a unicorn bestie. If we get that and a couple of her friends or something, that's all we're looking for. She might have a few friends that might like us too. She might have a family or something that's a lot nicer than mine or my wife's. But like I said, I'm not going to knock anybody on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. I got 6 people that likes, I guess, my Jim Cornette and some of my other stuff. Like I said, I don't have memberships. I don't do a lot on here. I don't play games and I don't do a lot of that stuff. But sometimes I'll come out here and make a good video. Sometimes there'll be stuff like this. But we'll talk about our day too and tell everybody how we're doing and they say, hey, we're going to the doctor today. We might say, like I said, she's going down there to do some errand run for me. I'm trying to save on my shoes because I don't have any more shoes. One of my feet drags a little bit, so it tears up my shoe a little bit. I've always had that problem. But yeah, I was born with a learning disability. She was too. And I also have a physical disability. But like I said, I can walk. I can even run at times. I can do a lot. I'm not wheelchair bound. I'm not a vegetable or nothing. So you're getting a pretty good deal. I'm not going to be somebody, or my wife's not somebody you're going to have to sit there and worry about blowing your money on, or feeling like you're going to be used, or whatever. Whatever money you got, whatever it is, or what you don't got, we'll fit it in there. Where there's a will, there's a way. Me and her, time you get through paying, time our payee up there gets through paying our bills, like I said, she'll send out a little bit or whatever. So again, each week or whatever. So we get a little over $1,000 altogether. But like I said, a good portion of that goes toward the bills. We get probably between me and my wife about $200 of it each month. So I mean, give or take, So again, just depends on how everything comes out, but everything's taken care of. Like I said, the only thing is basically our situation with just it's just me and my wife here. There's no kids or nothing to have to worry about. Nothing, no friends. She had one of them old ultrasound things she wanted to show on camera, and I told her back in when they did that stuff. I don't know if she can have kids or not, but she, we've been having on and off. We've been making out. But I've been married to her for 10 years. So I don't know, but she, we're by ourselves right now. But I told her it's not the best to talk about that stuff or share that stuff on Facebook, picture wise and all that, because I've been through it. I know. If she had kids, I would support it. If our unicorn bestie wanted one and she didn't mind, you know, my wife said it'd be all right. We talked about everything. So again, there ain't gonna be no extra family, no baggage as far as any other extra people. What you see with me and her's what you get. So again, if you've got a couple of people that are extra nice and really good to people and would like to get to know us, we're all for that. If you're by yourself, which is most interaction that me and my wife gets, usually when we've had somebody come forward and they've been pretty sweet and everything, like I said, I showed a doll on there last night that the one that was the most interested in us had paid for her a doll and sent her a doll out in the mail. It was a few $100s. But that person didn't work out because things back 4 years ago didn't quite go as they were supposed to go and didn't go as planned. So we're still, we're still held out hope for a little while. We've had things that's come to us without us even asking. But we said, hey, why not take advantage of this? There's all kinds of people out there looking for all kinds of stuff, But we're not into, the more daredevil, death-defying stuff. Somebody simple that likes sports, music, art, that kind of thing. She's got some reborn dolls that she collects. She's got over here stuffed animal collection. We like, like I said, baseball. She used to be a cheerleader. I used to be in talent. I was in a talent show one time. I sung "Real American" by Rick Derringer. Um, I just play sports for fun. I sing for fun. I like to listen to the '50s music, going up to 2000, early 2000s music mainly. Uh, we listen to a little bit of everything: country, classic rock, pop, anything, disco. Like I said, between my dad and my mom, that's where I got my music from. Hang on just. Talk to her real quick. Yeah. Well. Oh, they're called back. But yeah, we just we're simple. We're simple people, and we don't bother. We don't try to bother anybody to ourselves. Yeah. Oh, nothing. I just seen where you said something about Dorothy. You know what? Oh, well, I mean, she not got enough clothes. She not. Oh, I mean, the more we get, the more. If we do find something, it'll be more we have to take. I'm just saying, I'm just trying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, get you a Valentine's present. Go ahead and get you something from me. If I didn't get to get you or I any Valentine's, so just have that on me, all right? Is that good? All right, you just go ahead and get you something. I didn't get you anything yet. All right. Love you, hon. Bye, sweetheart. Man, I'm about to tear up. I didn't get to get her much for Valentine's Day, and so my wife had just called. I said, you know, she wanted to get her doll some clothes or whatever, and but no, I told her, I said, well, go ahead and get you something, for me for Valentine's Day. It's on me. So I don't know whether it be candy or what, but I'm letting her pick it out. Like I said, we got our bestie if she comes and everything, and we got plenty of stuff. It's thank you gifts. It's not bribes or nothing like that. It's thank you gifts. It's from our heart. It's not anything to do with just trying to buy your love. We want to love you in every way, not just with money, but our actual heart. We want, the inside is what you need. You know, like I said, we're huggable people. We like to, you know, we'll hand out kisses and things of that nature too. We're not hard to get along with in that any of those areas. We'll cuddle once in a while. She likes it when I rub her hair, makes her headaches go away. She likes my massages. She said, Derek, you ought to why wasn't you in the massaging stuff? I said, I don't know. I just never, you know, there's a lot of things I wanted to be, and I just never got my way because unfortunately, got better things to do than fool with me. My family I'm talking about, not just people out here. But back then, and everybody's like, "Oh, you could be a ring announcer, Derek. You could be a disc jockey, or you could be a singer, Derek. All them TV shows." I told them, I said, "No." I respected their work, and what they wanted to do with their stuff. I didn't want anybody hating on me because somehow I might have wound up being famous or something. And somebody I'd have to hear later, oh, they went around saying this and saying that. Because, like I told my wife, I said, you and you would probably be the only one to be at my funeral when I died because, and I hope that's a long time away. But like I said, I was telling her, I said, I want to live a long, healthy life with her and hopefully for our unicorn bestie. I want to be, if we get that, you know, again, we can't control what happens, but hopeful that maybe come out and say a few things. You know, I'm not trying to be all, um, you know, I'm not trying to have a cuss filled video, just trying to shoot straight up. But, you know, this turns into a little miniature movie. Oh, well, you'll learn something. But like I said, it's hard to please everybody. You're lucky enough if you get a few people. Not one person's going to get to know everybody in the world. You ought to realize that. So anytime somebody offers something, whether you didn't see it coming or not, if you might be putting a spot or a person may be put somewhere, and sometimes even when you reach out, sometimes you get burned. Like I've said before, me and my wife have had that happen to us. But you know what? We're over it now. We came out here, put our heart and soul into, hopeful that somebody cool would just be thrilled to know that there's a couple of people out there that would actually like to have something to do with them, and make them a part of our life. Like I said, I've had all the stuff that most people offers the general public, and there's nothing to them. They'd rather go off and do stuff with their significant others' families or whatever, their kin or whatever. So anybody that's got anything that they think is going to just be, in the way, I don't want to, because like I said, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, and my wife don't either. Me and her's too old for that. I'm 37 now, but I'll be 38 coming up June 6th, and she'll be 35 in September, on September 10th, coming up this year. So again, we got married on August 18th, 2011. So again, we're going on 11 years. But anyway, we want to be honest that right now, we just want everybody to know that we have a heart. We don't get to show our emotions, our good emotions, very often, or tear up for happiness or whatever. It's usually because somebody's beating us up about something or wanting to, we want to feel like we're loved and supported by somebody in a good way, and that we can do the same for them. And you know, uh, somebody might say, well, why don't you just go out there and do this adoption thing? We don't have money for that. It's easier just to get somebody that already has the notion to want something like this. Like I said, it's like I said, I've checked into everything. I've asked around about some stuff, the adoption thing, it's paperwork and all this junk. And anybody that wants to know how are we going to do the ring thing? Well, like I said, you don't have to go and have a big old wedding at no churches or nothing. You don't have to do that because it's not legal to my knowledge. But like I said, it's a keepsake. We can have our own private ceremony thing in our own home or wherever we want to go. Or if you are somebody that knows of a beach or wherever, we can do a thing. And we've got a plaque over here with a certificate thing. We can write all that down, keep it. And basically, if everything goes the way that we hope for it to go, then we'll have, and like I said, I just go, I go with my gut. My wife and I both, are not liked by many people because they think we're judging them or we're trying to boss them around. We're not. We're going by what we see and what we hear. So if you want things to come out good, you females out there or anyone else, if you want something good to happen, say something good to somebody, cheer them up, be a help for once instead of hindering people. Instead of coming out here or texting my wife's phone and upsetting her, if you're going to text or call, please be interested in our offer. Don't waste your time. Don't waste our time. But like I said, I want everybody to know that if I don't know you or my wife's never met you, there's no hard feelings at this point. That you take it upon yourself to, well, their numbers there, so I just think I'm gonna be rude just because I ain't got nothing better to do, I guess. Well, you know what? You be rude to us, we're gonna be rude right back, and you've been warned. So again, I don't care who you are, man or woman, but this ain't for men. This is for a woman that don't have much or would like to add me and my wife to their thing and could do it. You know, we're not going to turn you down. It's not all about looks. Like I said, there's just main thing for us is just what's on the inside. A person's heart and their feelings and how they truly feel. If you want to do the video chat thing, if you've got a job, we'll be happy for you. I'll go out there. Me and my wife will find something if we ever find anything. I'm not working out here because I already know what's out here and I don't like it. But I would even do side job work if I found it or it found me. Somebody that came off, one of these things, our bestie or whatever came off here, I'd be up for it. It's not because I don't want to work, or it's not because my wife don't want to work. There's just when you have people up over you, most people don't know how to do their own job that they signed up for. That's what I've noticed the few times I've gotten a job. First time I was laid off, it was due to some money stuff they said. And when I worked at Sonic, so, they didn't want to come out there and tell me nothing. They didn't want to work anything out. I was making about $100 or around that. I said, well, Lord, I'd have took 40 or 50. I didn't need the money that bad. I'd let them cut it in half. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have bothered me none as long as I'd have gotten to stay. The customers loved me up there and talking about people supporting me. All the car hops liked me up there. I even had to stick up for them one time up there because this guy, Jim Clunkrum or whatever his name was over there beating them up for some reason. Had them all upset, not just one. They were all upset. I don't know what he was going on about. This was back in, I'd at least say it was 2007-ish or 8. I worked there from 2006 to 2009. And I told that guy at the time, I said, get your ass out here right now. I said, you ain't going to hurt them girls anymore. I said, you got something to say, you come out here and say it to my face. And it got so quiet in that place. They said, they all came out and gave me a hug. Just trying to illustrate, I'm a nice guy. When I know I can help somebody, I don't care to put my job on the line. When I told my grandmother at the time, she's like, oh gosh, dude, you're going to be fired. You're going to. Nobody said a word. I stuck up for them girls. I told them girls when they came out there, they give me a hug. And I told them, they's like, I didn't know you had that in you. I said, I just have that about me, I said, I don't let it out unless I have to. But I've had people pray. And I'm not a very religious guy. My wife, she goes, I think, just to have something to do sometimes, because there ain't much else for her to do around here. But, I've had people come out and pray and be nice and guys and stuff too. But, they're just, I don't mean to sound biased or in any way, but we've had the couples thing before with some people that I went to school with, and it didn't work. She's tried it with one that she thought she'd know. It might have been all right, but what they want to do is put the guy with the guy and the girl with the girl. And I'm not much. I may be a guy in the flesh, as I said in some of the other videos, but I'm not a big guy fan for tools and cars and all that junk. I'm not a hunter. I'm not a fisherman. I'm not any kind of thing like that. I'm a simple guy. Like simple things. I'm kind of picky, I'm pretty picky. I'm pickier about who I socialize with than I am my own food. And I'm picky about my food too, but I mean, but I'm even more so about who's around me and why and what's going on with that. Because as I told my wife, you just can't bring any old person, in here and set them in front of me, and they do her one way, and she thinks they're nice and sweet and kind, and they say, "Oh, I met you off Facebook." We've had several of them. The only thing we let anybody do out here in Decatur, Tennessee, if she wants a ride, she knows she can act, and somebody offers it and she wants it. I told her she can do that. If she's tired or don't, or it's raining or the weather permits and it's bad weather or something, okay. But we because it was okay at first, and then there was like 15, 20 other people just started doing it, and it started to become a habit. And like I said, one time my wife reached out. We've got this all worked out now, but at Family Diner down there, and down here in Decatur, we had this woman, this young lady. I mean, she had pretty red hair and had it. I think it was even curled. But she was going into some personal stuff with my wife and talking to her. I don't even remember the girl's name, but I had to get up and go to the bathroom. Well, the next thing I know, I come out. My wife had to go to the bathroom, and then the lady that was over at then come out and got on to me, saying that other lady went back there and said she felt uncomfortable. Well, if she'd have kept it to high and by or how your day was, my wife wouldn't have felt led to offer her this thing. But she acted like my wife said that she was saying stuff. I forget what it was about now. It's about her not having much of a place to go, and something about her ex or something. Anyway, she was going into some personal stuff, and my wife and I felt bad. We're good people, but again, it was one of them things where So they ended up. What ended up happening? You know, Jim. This guy's named Jim too. But he saw us that day, and I reckon he saw my wife and them, Lucy and a bunch of them down there, had talked to her about it since then, and they apologized to her for them jumping on me. That one lady that jumped on me, it's an older lady. I didn't know who she was. I was just trying to get her to, I was like, sorry. Even though it wasn't my fault, I did say I was sorry. It wasn't me. I was trying not to get too happy or nothing, but my wife's like, here, it's just easy, Derek, basically. I'm like, no. Unfortunately, I said, it didn't just happen that way. But no, again, she had a good heart. And I'm not going to knock my wife for that. And it's just something about a lady that's special and the way that God made them and the way that, I wouldn't just do for anybody. I've even had some of my guy co-workers I like better than others. Just depends on, but everybody had somebody and they, and we didn't have this offer in our head, till late. And for the longest, we had that one that came to us from Texas and went up there and did some stuff up in North Carolina, but she never got what she was trying to get up there for her bestie. We were going to take her and her bestie in, and they were really nice people, black, or African American, however you want to say it. I had no issue with that. Never had an issue with nothing like that. Like I said, the only thing, if somebody made it my business that I might have an issue with, is the whole, homosexuals and all that. If they made it my business. Now, if because I know how churches are, they're picky about lesbian stuff and they're picky about the gay stuff and all that. But if you don't make it my business, and as long as the transsexuals and homosexuals and all that crap stays out of my way, I ain't gonna sit there and hate on you. If I don't know you, I ain't gonna hate on you like in the horrible way, but I'm gonna tell you whether I'm a fan of it or not. Just like I told my wife, I said, one of these days, God's spiritually gonna come back down here, He's going to pick out a whole bunch of people. He may pick out all shapes, sizes, colors, genders, whatever. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of both. The animals, everything. There's possibly going to be people who's murdered somebody. There's possibly going to be people who've done stuff. God's spiritual self may forgive, but us people may not. It's different. Like I said, but you only get one life up here on Earth, and we need to just, people out there in general need to take this to heart and understand that we mean well. Everybody judges everybody on the basis of appearance or stuff you have or don't have, or the type of gender you are, or what they're looking for, what type of job they got, how much money is it going to pay. So don't sit there and say there's not an area that you don't judge someone in. You know, everybody judges, but the ultimate judge that matters, if you want a spiritual body after your physical body is gone, is God Himself. I'm not no saint either, but I'll tell you this: if the right person came along, or He saw fit, or if you just some reason or another felt led to watch this video and understand it and apply it to your heart, then again, it's just one person. It's not like we're saying we want a whole host of people. I'm not there for that. As a matter of fact, I'm not shy, but if you get like 20 or 30, 40 people around me and they're not doing anything with me, and they make me kind of feel like I'm out of place when they've invited me somewhere like my wife's family used to do, because they're all married and they all got kids and all that junk. But nobody hardly came up to me. And every time I went I went to about 11 gatherings in total. So again, I gave them a chance, and they just wasn't very interested in anything. My wife was trying to tell me all the good stuff about how her people like my music, how they did this and like that. And she thought she made the same mistake that she's made before with people she didn't know. And again, if you don't know them that well, or like I said, they could have changed. They did it on purpose. Like I said, it's just like all women out there, they want something, kids or whatever. And, they'll put their own personal jobs or their own personal wants or needs aside and go for what they want. But then in the end, if they had kids, they're going to, when they get older, a lot of people, like my grandparents, I can speak from experience. My grandmother did me the same way. She watched me for all those years, took care of me and everything, and all of a sudden, she got older and her views on things changed. My opinion on things, my stuff that I was used to wasn't there no more. I wasn't the only thing in town, and she wanted to go out and do things with the bingo people and all that stuff. And then I said, okay. My mom did the same thing. She didn't want to take her son back, so I made sure I told Oscar. I said, okay, I see how she is. It's not the first time she's done it either. I mean, my God, there's been many things. It would take all night if I, to explain most of this, or good several hours. I'm gonna try to wrap this up here in a few minutes, but I just kind of felt led to come out here and kind of clear the air on everything, so everybody knows what to get. And if you're not if you're not gonna be a friend on Facebook and talk and text on there and just be a part of the group, maybe participate in some of the polls. I keep coming up with good ones all the time. Some of them may be some similar, but I try to come up with different things. But like I said, depending on the person and how they want to go about the thing on that, if they want to totally drop their Facebook, I'll drop mine after we meet and all that and really get to know each other. You know, like I said, it's no rush, but I'm giving it about 2 or 3 more years and see if this thing within that time limit, if something comes or happens, okay. If it don't, and we reach a certain point, my wife and I, and there ain't much happened since then. Because, like I said, this is the best way to put stuff out there. I've got it on every thing I could possibly share it on, messengers, uh, on Facebook. I've got where you can see it on my profile, so it's right there. But anyway, I've went an hour now, so I think I've pretty well hit every hot spot. So I'm gonna get off here now, okay? But Jessica Allen, if you're that person, we'll definitely be here for you, and hopefully continue to talk to you. I can't wait to. Me and my wife can't wait to hear from you again. I just don't want to get too excited and get your hopes up, or you get our hopes up, and I just want to try to make sure that we get everything done right, and I hope everything continues to go good. Uh, you know, so right now uh, everything's good, and hopefully everything your way is going good, and hopefully Wednesdays, like I said in the other video, we'll meet one day soon, and we can wrap our usage for Facebook up practically, unless there's a need to have maybe you or somebody friends on there. Maybe we can talk to them or something. I don't know, somebody that you work with or something. If there's a reason to keep it, but like I said, right now nothing. We have, so I'm just leaving it open. I'm gonna continue to talk to you, and me and my wife is, and you're the only one in our group right now. So we'll just see what happens with that. And anybody else, if if you're out there, just please know that, like I said, everything is going to take care of itself. Things will happen to you one day. You'll be feeling good. The next day you could be feeling bad, and the last thing you need to do is make bad impressions on people. You know what I'm saying? So again, just try to be nice to people. If they're nice to you and they ain't dogging you on something, try to be nice to them. But if they start back talking you, like I had one up here do me, when I know right from wrong, even though I hadn't been in certain situations because I didn't want to, I knew better, you know, then I can't help you. My wife can't help you. But you got to help yourself and admit that if you've done anything in your life that you've done and you've made bad choices, you have to own up to it and take responsibility for them. If you want help, all you got to do is follow mine and my wife's lead. We'll help you with it. You know, if you need help with something, if you need a shoulder to cry on or any of that, we're here. But you know what? We can't take this back talking and just come up to us, when we're the one that offered that one out here a place to stay and all that other stuff. And she ended up saying, well, you need to let me go do this with my so-and-so friends and yada yada this and that. That's Susan. Well, that would have been okay had she not said, basically it made implied the way she implied it, like it was life or death, that she was going to need that. And the only reason she ever went up there was because, and she walked a good bit. She told us she walked about 10 or 15 miles from Shaw all the way up here. And I met her parents. Her parents were good. I liked her mom and dad and all that. Hang on just a minute. she was letting me know she got her couple of dolls. But anyway, what I was going to say was that we need to try to treat everybody if we can. I was on the Susan, the one that we had up here last year that we actually got to meet in person. Uh, but she, just kind of come in here all sassy. She was accusing me of bossing her around and stuff. Well, if me giving my own opinions hurt you, or my wife hurts you by telling you things you should know, and you're 30 years old at the time, she'd be 31 now. And you got two kids. Picture this: two kids with no money, a grown woman now. A grown woman had let two guys at least fuck her at least long enough to have a kid by her. Okay? And she had no car. We didn't know exactly what she had or hadn't at the time. She slept for about 2 or 3 days. And about the third day, sometime during the morning, she got up, like I said, and she started out with all this stuff, accusing people of taking her stuff. She flipped out real easy on that. There was stuff, like I said, for no reason at all, she picked up some stuff and was throwing it, because she's having one of her temper tantrums. She picked up some of my wife's stuff and broke it on purpose. And she acted like, that she was just going to dump me and my wife out, a couple months after. And I just beat her to the punch. She wasn't taking my wife and I serious. She's just trying to use us as a side deal, like a side dish thing. As long as I let her roam around out there and go fucking do the shit she was already doing. I never met the person, but like I said, I just want to tell everybody, if you're in any of that stuff, or you think that's going to be the way you're going to treat us, I'd appreciate it if you just pass us up. Like I said, I liked her parents, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart for, at least, we got to meet some good people out of the whole thing. Maybe it didn't get to last, but, like I said, their daughter was more worried about what she was going to. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do if my parents pass away. So I don't know either. But, I can't. I couldn't tell her that, but I was going to support her and everything, and be there for her. We wanted to give her this offer. We had gave her some stuff that my wife didn't want, some ring. The ring I don't regret giving her, but the ring I talked about earlier that was from the pawn shop, we let her have that. There was a bunch of stuff. Like I said, we treated her like she was one of our own, but her mind was so messed up, and she was easy to distract with other people. And she just, like I said, now it's so quiet out here, you can hear a pin drop. Nobody's out here walking the roads. My wife can, hang on. Anyway, back to what I was going to say. I had, no, we give our heart and soul, try to give it to her, and try to do a nice deed for somebody who claimed to be homeless, which she clearly wasn't. What had actually happened was she moved out of her own parents' house and was out here roaming the streets with these fucking people out here at this apartment complex. And what would happen is she would stay she would stay over there for a couple hours and whatever. And her, oh, I ain't woman. Oh, oh, this is her dog. Oh, okay. Hang on just a minute. Um, I don't usually get this many texts, but she's out, and that's why she's letting me know what she bought. But anyway, um, yeah, we went over backwards for her and tried to do things for her that no other person would have done. But what I was going to get to was, she lied to us about being homeless, and she moved out. She moved out, and basically, out of her parents' home, they tried to take her back in because she basically she got in some messes, like I said, in the wrong crowds on purpose. And some people do that. And like I said, they want to blame me or blame my wife. Try to, always bringing this crap up. You couldn't get nothing done. All she want to do is watch a movie or, or something that would keep her quiet, or if her kids were here, which I don't see how she was able to have them around her as much. I can understand, I would have understood her better had her ex and them had their shit worked out. But that 3-year-old little girl and letting her go see daddy and all that. But I just couldn't take it because she was saying, oh, he did this and he did that, he raped me or whatever, blah, 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 a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, okay, it's just, we never could talk about anything good. We listened, and we just, like I said, we gave our opinion and got beat up for it, and was trying to help her. But like I said, no counselor or no person or no piece of paper is going to be able to help you unless you can help yourself, admitting to things that you did wrong. I was just giving an example of what happened to us a year ago. So, like I said, I don't hold grudges. My wife don't hold grudges on people we don't know. But when you come up in here and if you wanna, come up in here and tell your story, we're here to listen and we're here to help you if you need help. If you were our unicorn bestie. But the one thing we're not going to do is be beat up and told that we have to do this and have to do that. You know, uh, if your friends, if you had a few friends or something, they want to call, text, whatever, meet in person, leave that up to them. But I would suggest not to just tell everybody about us, or if you had a few family members, let them decide if they want to meet us or whatever. Sometimes it's good to have a surprise. As long as we're happy, me, my wife, and this unicorn bestie, whoever she is, or winds up being, whether it's Jessica Allen or who knows who it might wind up being, or someone else. As long as you're happy and we're happy, we don't have to tell everybody right away our business. It's nobody's business anyway. You know? But it's really up to you as how we get to do and how much of ourselves we get to be. I'm tired. I'm so tired, and I feel like I've been beat over the head with a chair or table or somebody just in like in a wrestling ring. It feels like I've been concussed with all this, drama and garbage that we're just supposed to just sit back and 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 all this. Me and my wife, I don't know what we got left. We may have 20 or 30, 35 years, 40. We don't know. But we want to spend our life with somebody in their 20s and 30s, if it's possible, and grow old with them and spend the rest of our life with them till they die, till we die, whatever. You know, we'll have stuff, keepsakes, friends, family, or something that they got, or whatever. That we want to spend the rest of our life with somebody special, and we want to always be there for them. You know, it's not that hard, but the hardest thing to do today is to make people understand. They know this stuff. It's in the back of their mind, but they try to push it out. The stuff in the front of the head is what normally gets up there, and that's the first thing that comes to mind. Well, just because I don't agree with so and so's input on or don't want to agree with that person's input, then I'm just gonna, whether it's me commenting, it might be on a Braves thing or a wrestling thing. Like I've had people do that before on my old Facebook. Now me and my wife's got one under her name, and so far things went pretty smooth. But I used to get under people's skin just for giving my opinion on what I watched on TV. So what if they don't like it? Just pass it up. You know what I mean? But like I said, anyway, I didn't mean to go too long, but I'm almost an hour and 20 minutes. So anyway, I think I've pretty well covered everything that I need to cover and kind of give you an idea of what me and my wife, we really want to be nice people, honestly. So again, just it's up to the person, you know. But anyway, we'll talk to you later. Bye.